folks, welcome to Follow the Leader, a podcast focused on telling character-driven stories through the use of GM-less tabletop games where we can all take the lead. You can find us on Tumblr and Blue Sky at FTLcast and at FTLcast.com. Actually, don't go to FTLcast.com right now. It's under construction. Don't worry about it. I'll get it together, I promise. We do have a Patreon at patreon.com/FTLcast. That's not under construction. Go there. Go there and give us money. Anyway, today we're playing Spectres of Brocken by Aaron Lim. For those of you who are new to this game, here are the basics. Spectres of Brocken is a role-playing game about making friends and then years later going to war against them in giant mechs. You know, normal shit. Make up some young, naive, messy, trainee mech pilots. Find out who you are. Find out who you are to each other. Find out what you want in the world. Years later, find each other on the field of battle, each in your own fearsome custom mechs. Find out who you've become. Find out what you've all done to get here. Find out what costs you would pay to get what you want in the world. I'm Mac. You can find me on Blue Sky at Citadel of Swords. You can find me on Tumblr at Citadel of Swords. I think you can find me on most social media platforms at Citadel of Swords at this point. Like, that's just my username. I don't have another one. My pronouns are they, them. That's a pretty safe bet. Playing with me today, we have August.
Hello, I'm August. You can find me on Tumblr at Strange Harpy, on Blue Sky at Harpydora, and my pronouns are they, them.
Welcome to the crossover event of the Universal Century.
I get that reference.
Yeah. We have with us today all three members of the On the Shoulders of Giants podcast, which you can find at OSG Pod on Blue Sky and Tumblr, and at osgpod.com. Their website actually looks really good. Go there. Go there instead of ours.
The trick is we have an under construction GIF. You should add that to your website, and then everyone will know what the thing is.
Yeah.
So true.
But we move it around so it always looks like we're doing something, kind of like the construction nearby your house.
Anyway, that was Alice.
Hi, I'm Alice. My pronouns are she, her. I can be found on social media at literal porn.
Which is always really great whenever we go on anything and they're like, so what's your handle?
Literal porn, yeah. Nico.
Yeah, hey, I'm Nico. I can be found on Blue Sky at NKMDS, because Nico Medes was taken, at bsky.social. I can also be found on Tumblr. Don't look for me. But I do run...
Don't look for me.
I do run the OSG Tumblr, so if you want a little Nico Tumblr flavor, that's where you can get it.
And Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian. I'm realizing right now I have the worst possible social media handle to say out loud in a podcast because it's syzygy-city, sygyzy-city.bsky.social.
Rolls off the tongue.
I also run most of the other OSG social media accounts, so you would be interacting with me if you interacted with those.
Yeah. I think that syzygy is a perfectly normal social media handle to have. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. But anyway. Our lines, things we absolutely do not want to see, are homophobia and transphobia, racism, sexism, anti-Semitism, violence against children and animals, sexual assault, domestic violence or intimate partner violence, unwanted pregnancy, plagues, and pandemics. Our veils, things we're fine with addressing but will just fade to black on, are steamy situations, graphic descriptions of bodily harm, terminal illness, and bug stuff. That's bug with a G, not with a T. Butt stuff falls underneath steamy situations.
Oh, okay. Steamy, yeah.
yeah. This is a pro butt stuff sort of co-recording event.
Distinction important. Yeah.
Yes, it's bugs, as in insects. I realized as I was saying bug stuff that could be misconstrued, and I wanted to make sure that,
In fact, since I submitted this veil, I will say insect might even be a more clear word, because like bug can be okay. Bugs can be cute and okay. Insects are what I have a problem with.
Okay, so insect.
It's an energy. It's a vibe based.
Yeah.
Honestly, bug stuff, me an intellectual, insect things. Now that we've got all that, let's get on with the show, please. Woo! Woohoo!
All right.
Sorry for a semi-delirious intro, August, but I think it fits the vibes.
Oh no,
That was perfect.
It's perfect.
Chaos Energy podcast.
Somebody else should talk about, like, the game. Part of me wants to do the opening epigraph, but somebody else read it.
The World Tendency, or...
No, you know what?
I'm
I'll
wrong
just read
tab.
it.
No, is it the chapter 1 introduction?
I remember those hot summer days when we skipped classes to cool off by this creek. I remember our arguments in the dining halls, our competitions in the Sims. How did it come to this? Those days are over. We knew nothing of the world then. I know better now. I know what needs to be done. I know I have to win this, to end this war, even if it means killing you.
Immaculate vibes.
I love Heaven Will Be Mine. So how do we get into this?
So the first thing that we need to do is we need to kind of establish the academy, and that is done by selecting one of the world tendencies that the game comes with. The world tendency that we have chosen is Jetfang Rumble.
Yeah, do you want me to read this one?
Absolutely.
So, Jetfang Rumble, an outlandish sci-fi world tendency. Giant monsters threaten the world, and biomecha were initially built to fight them off. After succeeding, they are now mostly used in a popular combat sport. However, the corporations that benefit from the continued use of biomecha harbor secrets that may lead to a sudden new conflict. Pilots start out in a sports league, expecting to use their skills as athletes in biomecha combat sports. And as I think Alice or Brian said, this basically means we're making Pacific Rim 2 if it was good.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
As somebody who has not yet seen Pacific Rim 2 and is probably not going to watch it because Pacific Rim was a perfect movie, why the fuck would I ever watch the sequel? Okay, no, that's not true. John Boyega's in it.
To see Charlie Day in, like, fucked up eyeliner.
Oh, yeah.
and also for John Boyega, who I love very much. But yay, Pacific Rim 2 if it was good.
One redeeming quality of Pacific Rim 2 is John Boyega's incredible, iconic bisexuality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to choose the world tendency and spend a few minutes kind of going over the details and refining them for our specific group. So Jetfang Rumble doesn't have an academy as such. I think that we're basically like minor leaguers instead of being in the academy.
Or we're at fight school.
Yeah, we're at Fight Club school. Fight Club school.
You can ask about it.
Yeah. So does that mean we should have mechs already? That was one thing I had a question on.
So looking at the world tendency, yeah, it looks like we should have training mechs.
Yeah, because it's interest. This tendency that we picked is, of course, the one that's actually, you know that you're supposed to be
It's
doing
funky.
the academy phase first. No, you're beyond that. You're not in school right now.
You're in the amateur leagues.
I do like the idea that maybe we're dealing with a stable of, like, these mech, like, for minor leagues, like, these have been tested, approved, like, as far as touchstones, when I was reading about this world tendency, I was thinking about one, unfortunately, OSG Pod just recently watched Real Steel, so I was thinking about the Robot Boxing League.
I mean, we can do mecha wrestling.
But I was also thinking about,
AEW if it was good.
Fuck, that's savage, but also true.
Yeah.
I won't speak the other one's name.
Alice, you brought up on our episode about Real Steel the Love, Death, and Robots episode Sunny's Edge, which I think is a little closer to this because it's like a biomechanical control of a beast. And then for me personally, having grown up in the South, all I could think about was rodeo, because often you will have rodeo situations that are set up for younger students, and then you'll have like professional bull riding and stuff. So that made a lot of sense to me. So I don't know if anybody else had any other like touchstones about what the academy could be like.
Fast and the Furious. the entire 10-film series, I think, would be a great touchstone for this.
Are you suggesting that they have not yet graduated to their final form after 10 movies? That's just the Academy phase of Fast and the Furious.
That's just the Academy phase. It's all about, put in the... So, street racing versus professional racing is a touchstone that I think is good for this.
Yeah.
Because street racing is very much about taking these high-end parts and pushing them to their limits and making them very garish, and then eventually you gotta go pro.
Yeah, because you said Fast and the Furious, and then my brain said, well, Speed Racer. Like...
Okay, I've seen Speed Racer. I can jive with the Speed Racer touchstone.
Brian's like, okay, finally something that I'm
I was like, something
with.
to hold on to. I don't know. I'm drowning.
I've also never seen the Fast and the Furious, so I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you mean the Wachowski.
Either or. So there is one iconic episode of Speed Racer that is a touchstone for everything in my life. It's called The Car Hater, and it's about an old man that insists on riding a horse through traffic.
That's so funny.
AKA Nico, and that's it. That's all I had.
That makes me think of, I don't know if we're brainstorming right now.
Okay, we're brainstorming. We're no bad touchstones.
Yeah.
This is not mecha related. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Fate Stay Night at all. Like,
Alice, would you like to chime in?
I've never watched anime in my life, so.
Yeah, what's kind of behind you there?
So this is like really deep cut Fate Stay Night stuff. There is a comedy. There's like an older comedy anime where there's an episode where the Holy Grail War is just a Grand Prix race. And so everyone has different cars, including a mechanical coin-operated lion ride.
I'm obsessed.
That Saber rides the King of Kings.
Yes, that Saber rides.
What I'm hearing is we should we have like the mech that we're going to have in the conflict phase, or should we have like a basic little thing?
I think we have a basic baby, but maybe it's...
I like a transforming mech. It grows. We make it bigger.
Well, that's true. We are in a biomechanical setting. This could be the larval stage of our mech.
It's like a snail.
The larval stage.
Much like us at the Academy, our mech is also in a larval stage.
I love that.
Wow. Okay.
I like that a lot.
I can't believe we're gonna have to play this game twice, but one side is gonna be us playing our mechs at Academy. Anyway.
Me digging up the Beam Saber playbook that I literally wrote where you play the mech.
Yeah.
Just get, don't worry, I threw on, Carnival of Phantasm episode 3 so we could get the exact reference you were making. Not that I've ever watched anime.
I am so glad that you also are familiar with Carnival of Phantasm, or else that joke was gonna fall so flat. Anyway. So, okay.
Yeah, I love throwing Metamorphosis on here. I think that's good.
Oh, yeah. So one of the things that this game does that's unique is, like, it has us contribute to word banks at different points, which is really cool, and part of the Academy setup is seeding the Academy Word Bank, rather. So yeah, Metamorphosis I think is a good one. Something the book points out is that the Academy is a place that is exciting and vibrant for the pilots, with ample opportunity to discover and pursue their dreams. So, like, we don't necessarily know what the conflict is going to look like later, but this should probably be a place where it's like, there may be a lot of imposing forces, but there does seem to be a path to whatever our pilots' dreams may be.
Okay.
So I could see this being like a minor league sports league. Anyone who's ever known someone who was in like JV sports in high school, like I've kind of thinking about that energy, like.
If we go, yeah, I'm still thinking about the wrestling angle, but it's like, fucking dark shows, NXT, like the sorts of stuff where you're really kind of aiming for the bigger leagues. and you're kind of
This is an audio medium, so you can't hear all of us nodding.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, yeah.
Sound of us nodding. We'll just add like
The
a
sound of
squeaky wheel
nodding.
noise.
this is what happens when we're all on cams and we can actually see each other. Like,
Yeah.
and we're like, yeah, definitely.
Vibes.
But yeah, August, do you have any touchstones for what the Academy might be like?
I mean, I went first. I thought minor leagues.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you were like in the soup. I don't know what that means. I didn't know if you had had another thought about it or anything like that. But yeah, I think that's a good place to start.
I have another thought that I think will like really kind of influence where we go in terms of the Academy itself, and so I need to get it out there so that it stops being in my head. Either way we decide to go with it. Are we, in terms of the sports league, if we were talking about boxing, we were talking about wrestling, is this wrestling style where it's kayfabed? Or is this, like, actually, like, whatever sport it is that we're doing, is it, like, legit, I guess?
Immediately, I want to say there are some people who kayfabe it and some people who completely commit to it.
Okay.
And those people do not realize it.
Okay, but how does that, like, because if it's someone who's kayfabing it versus someone who's taking it seriously, like, auto win. So, I don't know.
I just feel like some people... So I think of the drama in the back that happens. Like, I feel like people are... Because we're in mechs, I feel like the kayfabe of pulling punches doesn't happen because you're in a mech. So as long as you just don't break the cockpit, I assume this is a kind of league that you can just rip off your opponent's leg. And that's okay. That would be kayfabe. But it's the, like, postulating outside of that.
Okay.
Or there's like an honor code thing, maybe, where you're like, you can rip off your opponent's leg, but you shouldn't, because that's gonna, like, take a lot more maintenance to, like, get them back in the league.
I like that for the Academy phase, at least. I think when we get to the conflict phase, we should have way higher stakes. But yeah, I like that for...
No. This is 100% Academy related.
Yeah.
I think that introducing the idea of something... I needed to say... Because I think there's a lot of drama based around, like, well, that was scripted and this is real. And I'm like... I want to either immediately put that on the table, or we're gonna scrap it and have just everything be real.
I think it should be on the table. I think what else should be on the table is like, oh, I've been paid to what's it called?
Throw a match.
Lose on purpose.
Yeah, dive.
Throw.
Take a dive.
Throw. God,
yeah. You're jobbing that match.
Yeah. I like this as a concept, and I think we could go maybe somewhere in the middle in terms of, like, if this is a league that has specific rules and legal hits, but they're not strongly enforced. So there are some people who maybe are like, I just did an SEA event, so I was thinking about the fact that in the Society for Creative Anachronism, when you're doing combat, there are places that are not legal hits. Shin, feet, hands, like, you're not supposed to go, but everyone wears groin protection and things like that. So while it's kind of a cheap shot, you can aim for the groin because it's technically protected. So I like the idea that there are things that are frowned upon that we're supposed to be doing, and there are things that are against the rules, but then there's also that gray area, and I think maybe our pilots, there are probably some of us who are really strict about following the letter of the rules, and acting almost like chivalrously, or at least like having good sportsmanship and good performance in that way. And then there are some people who are just like, I'm gonna win, and that means I'm gonna not do anything that's explicitly against the rules so I don't get disqualified, but I'm also not gonna, like, do you a courtesy. I will pocket sand your ass.
Love the word sportsmanship.
One of the things that we're supposed to do is each add a word to the word bank while we're creating this. So I was going to ask if mine could be like blocking, specifically to like borrow from professional wrestling, like the way in which certain fighters are set up against each other, or like the way that like stupid little backroom drama will like provide a context for why this or this person is going into this match with this energy, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So that we can have people who are doing kayfabe where it's like, I'm the villain of this match or whatever. But like it's not all completely rigged all the time. You know what I mean?
In terms of adding words, I think I also want to add, and it'll be a short phrase, but I think I want to add financial incentive. I do think that this is a place where you can either get a sponsorship, you can win a prize, you can do that kind of stuff. So there is a compulsion to show yourself well in this league, you know, and potentially either get the, again, I keep circling back to not wrestling, rodeo. I saw a young man in Monster Energy embossed leather chaps, and that did some shit to my brain. I was like,
let's go. That guy's here.
Fucking product placement.
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, it was fucked.
Your mech is painted like a NASCAR.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, considering it's biomechanical, I don't even
This gives me a lot of ideas.
know.
I really like it. Yeah. Who hasn't given a word yet?
I added one more word. I added heal because
Okay.
I feel like heal is in the equation now. In wrestling terms, that's the guy you're supposed to hate.
Okay. I knew it was one of those. I wasn't sure if it was the guy you're supposed to hate or the guy you're supposed to like.
Face is the good one.
Face is the good one. Heal is the bad one. Tweener is the guy that you're not quite sure about his vibes.
We can't get into the
Can heal and face count as one?
I'm glad we have top, bottom, and verse for straight men.
Can heal and face count as one so that we can have some
Yes.
more concepts in general? Just like that movie Face Off? I don't know.
Face off?
I'm bad at words, so I am staring at this word bank, squinting like shit.
I think, in addition to financial incentive, I think I'm gonna add fame in here.
Yeah.
Oh, fame. Okay.
Because, you know, that's another reason to go into performance arts of any sort, be they
Right.
sporting or otherwise.
Not to keep adding words, but I think I would like to add scout, because I feel like getting scouted for the major leagues would be such a critical part of academy life.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could combine fame and scouting into, like, notoriety.
Fame, scouting, and financial incentive could all be wrapped up in like a notoriety.
Yeah.
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 I like words.
Words good.
Words are good.
Words good.
I will think of a word down the line, but I have
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what we have so far is we have the three base words that they have you seed the word bank for the Academy phase to start with, which are identity, connection, and wanting, which I think are just good, especially for young people. Then we added metamorphosis in reference to the mechs. We added blocking in reference to wrestling, notoriety to cover financial incentive, fame, and scouting, and then heel and face dynamics. I mean, we could maybe say more about the mechs, but I don't think this is a bad place to start. I am kind of obsessed with the idea of this is your baby mech, you need to raise it.
So I have now added to be the sicko that I am, I've had a mech concept since before I actually made the character. And I just added it to my character sheet, and I think it has room to be a more serious threat if we up the stakes, but right now it's just kind of a silly little guy.
All right.
So, should we get into characters then?
Sounds like a plan.
I think so.
I think the way to do this is we introduce characters up to, let's say the mech. Let's do the mechs after we do bonds.
Okay.
So that we have all of the characters introduced, and then we do bonds and anchors, and then we can talk mechs.
Yeah.
Question, was I supposed to make my mech?
No.
I did not.
I didn't either.
No. At this
Okay.
phase, usually not. Brian's a sicko.
Well, no, we just decided that the
I know, but
we
typically if you're playing this game, you wouldn't make your mech until later. So, Alice, you have not done anything wrong. You're just not as right as Brian.
Would you say I've done things correctly that Brian did not do correctly? I'm just trying to get correctness scale.
On. I'm not going to say Alice didn't do anything wrong, especially just now. That was bullshit. So
August and I also have names for our mechs, but we'll get into that, I promise.
Yeah, well, I do too, but it's because I'm going to be reopening that professional bull riding page of bulls.
Let's go!
Professional bull riding page of bulls.
Oh.
Anyway, Alice, would you like to kick us off?
I will be playing. My pilot name is, and edit in sparkle noises over this, Miki Mori! Miki Mori's pronouns are she, they. Her look is intentionally cutesy, weaponized Mo. She has twin tails, of course, and they're a soft pink because that's her character color. She's like if Baby Metal embraced pinks and whites, and her makeup is always on point. She tries way too hard. For this system,
I love this for her.
We also get to choose theme songs, and so I chose Toganashi Togigairi? I'm gonna do
Toganashi Togeari.
Emptiness and Catharsis from the pivotal anime Girls Band Cry, episode 11. That's the one when she confesses she's a lesbian. And then in this system, we all chose one pilot trait, and I have chosen from the conviction pool, protect those important to me, because I'm playing a magical girl, if it wasn't obvious enough.
If people have not listened to On the Shoulders of Giants, the level to which Alice is on brand right now is like, I'm like, my tears are in my eyes. I'm like being blinded by the sun right now.
You're on your bullshit in an incredible way.
Yeah.
Welcome to Follow the Leader. That's rule number 1. Be on your bullshit.
Some of us wore cat ears to be method actors today. So...
I will get the flannel.
Hold on, where are my cat ears?
Come on!
Yeah, we have 2 people that are actually cat people.
But that is my pilot, so that's all we do to actually make the character is that much. So, Brian, let's do you next. Popcorn Brian.
Yeah. Popcorn me. My character's name is Sunday Graves. Her pronouns are she, her. Her look is, she's got, I wasn't able to decide, I put smoldering amber eyes. I want them to be like cybery in some way. I haven't really decided yet. I don't want, it doesn't have to be like...
you got them Cyberpunk 2077 cyber eyes, that Zace icon.
Yeah. like computery iris type shit. Not like Molly Millions where I like spit cry, but like that kind of thing. Pallid skin, sunken cheeks, turquoise hair, baggy like / drapey clothing with bright colors, gaunt and high contrast makeup, and body tattoos. Kind of like also trying hard in the opposite way that Miki Mori is trying hard, like trying hard in to not look like I'm trying hard.
I think we're gonna have a lot of try-hards in a lot of different directions.
This is next, baby.
I've never tried hard a day in my life. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I love the cat ears you went and put on when I pressured you into doing it. You've never tried hard in your life.
That was in character. That was not Mac talking. Mac tries hard every day.
Okay, perfect.
Snap. My theme song is Gangs in the Garden by Black Moth Super Rainbow. For pilot traits, I went with Impulse, Strike First, Strike Hard. I wanted to play someone who is like only understands how to interact with others in terms of a conflict. So yeah, I think that's what I got for now. Popcorn Nico.
I like how you're insisting on saying popcorn and we're just going down the list in order.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I was like, hold on a second, this is horrible.
This is not
the
popcorn.
Order.
I've brought popcorn to the party, and I need everybody to popcorn through the pilot.
And now you need to crunch it directly into the mic.
What's the popcorn that
please
Brian
don't.
David Gilbert made? Popcorn?
Pepcorn.
Pepcorn. Yeah.
Well, I'll be playing Delta Dunn, which...
You gotta read that, and can you do the voice?
No, because here's the thing. Delta Dunn is a pun, for those in the know. And the moment because his name was going to be Delta Lambert, and then I got the song Delta Dawn by Tanya Tucker stuck in my head, and I went, oh. So anyway, this is Delta Dawn. This, you know, for people who are real OG fans of Delta Dawn, they're going to be howling. Those two people. But Delta, his pronouns are he, him. This is a try hard in a different direction. Delta has intense eyebrows. He has two-tone blonde and brown hair. Kind of blonde in the front, brown in the back. He's got a little bit of a mullet. He is pale and he sunburns easily, which I think is just a very funny trait for anyone to have. Because it's one I have. He's baby-faced and he clearly hates it. He wears future Western wear that is slightly too nice for him to look comfortable in it. If you have been to a rodeo and you've seen someone whose family is part of the country club but whose son is in 4-H, you have seen Delta Dawn.
We got Cyberpunk Joe Dirt.
Travis looking motherfucker is how I describe this man. This boy.
Jesus.
He is definitely wearing chaps that squeak when he walks. Like, he is kitted to the nines, but he is very clearly nothing is broken in and he's not comfortable. And of course, the two genders that you can have as a cowboy themed character, he's gone black cowboy hat.
Okay.
What's the other gender?
White cowboy hat. Have you never seen the documentary Westworld from HBO? His theme song is Flesh and Bone by Sammy Ray and the Friends.
Phenomenal song.
It's a fantastic song. It does some fun stuff with gender, and it is a lot about growing up, so I really liked it for him. And his pilot trait is also a conviction. I wrote a custom one. It's be the best in the business. So yeah, that's done.
I will be playing a character named Fable Starling, who uses fair pronouns. Yes, I picked the name and the pronouns around the same time. I think the pronouns were... yes, the pronouns were first. The pronouns were first, and then I picked Fable, and I went, fuck it, whatever. Fable is a calico cat girl, ears on the top of the head. With mismatched eyes. Faye has a notch in one ear from a training jam gone wrong. Faye does, I hate to say it like this, real ones will understand. Faye does, the full Mako Trigg.
How much future flannel does Faye wear?
A lot. But also,
So
but also, the plastic t-shirt, and the neon nylon jacket. I don't think that Faye skateboards. I'm not gonna go that far. But what's in my head is that sort of neon plastic t-shirt, sort of vibe. The star-shaped sunglasses.
God, I'm just imagining the audio experience of this group walking together. Let's say there's a ton of Tool on Miki. Fucking Sunday is wearing tech wear, so it's all the shh noise. I'm squeaking with leather, and you're squeaking with plastic, so August is gonna have to pick what your noise is gonna be.
We're killing it. Fair theme song is Cold Reactor by Everything Everything. Subsidiary Mad Stone by Everything Everything. Mountainhead is an album of all time for me. Yeah, it came out last year, and I said what I said. And for fair traits, I might actually be the only one who picked a flaw, which I think is very funny.
You were the only flawed character.
Yeah,
I'm the only flawed character. Fair flaw is arrogance, subtitled No One Can Match Me. My... Fable is, in most incarnations, a hacker cat girl. I'm interpreting that in terms of mechs, in terms of Fair very, very, very good at interfacing.
I'm so excited we got Maya Arson Crimeo on this one.
Exactly.
Also, I put on this flannel as a bit, and it is immediately way too hot for flannel.
I watched you put that on, and I was like, are you insane?
I'm insane. I'm so hot.
Gotta commit to the bit.
Gotta put it behind me.
August, bring us home.
All right, so I will be portraying the one, the only Precious Starling. Uses he, him pronouns. He is a dun-colored cat boy with a slender frame, pink nose, and a pink undercut. As far as his fashion sense goes, it varies widely. I imagine, like, he's the kind of guy who does, like, the crop top with cut off shorts kind of vibe, but like not in a macho 80s, macho 80s heartthrob way, but in a twink way.
God fucking damn it, Precious.
So I think everybody else has all of these, really iconic looks, and then Precious is over here looking, just very average by comparison, if you can consider, crop top with cut off jorts as average.
So you've selected your noise to be when you're wearing short shorts and you sit down in a leather chair and then stand up. That kind of
oh
noise.
My god.
Yeah.
So wet.
I'm sorry. I come on your show
We got
and I do
we
a
got
crime.
pop sick squish lip shits, but for our mech pilots.
Jesus Christ.
So true, bestie.
Do we wanna talk about some bonds now?
Yeah, let's talk about some bonds.
Well, your pilot trait. You went with pride.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
My theme song is Game Over by Aviators, which is a fun little bop. And my pilot trait, I went with pride. I am devilishly charming.
I love it. I'm so excited.
Yeah, now let's talk about bonds.
Now let's talk about bonds.
Do we just go back all the way up to the top?
Yeah, we're gonna just start
Yeah.
back at the top of the order.
So Miki's bond is, quote, I just want Fable to like me, end quote. Miki has complicated feelings for Fable, and wants to be able to put them into words, and have Fable still like them when they say it. I will be employing the time-honored trope of toxic Yuri yearning. Miki is yearning and has not yet figured it out in the academy phase, so that's where we're at.
I believe that's called pining, if you haven't figured it out yet.
What?
I love the way you said that, the time-honored trope. I got this image of you like opening a lacquered box and inside was toxic Yuri.
That's basically what happened, right?
I pull out my copy of Citrus and I'm like,
It's
the
just
ancient tomes.
you open the box and Dear Brother is just playing on the bottom.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
And then to Fable. Oh,
Well,
no.
you don't have anchor yet.
Yeah,
do
you need an anchor.
You gotta have an anchor.
You gotta make up a guy.
So yeah, in
Guyevich.
this game, you gotta
What's
make
an
up a
anchor?
Russian Guyevich. But yeah, anchors in this game are key people, places, institutions, and events that were formative for your pilot. So there's a list of them under your world tendency, or you can make up your own.
I just had an idea for mine.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Do you want us to come back to you, Alice?
So
Could you come back to me,
Okay.
Alice?
yeah.
Okay. Then I will go. So for my bond, I have a bond with Delta. I could point him at Newman like a missile one day. I'll get to Newman in a second. To me, to Sunday, someone who's already trained with the mech and seems to be, I think she accurately or inaccurately is kind of reading him as a sort of mech savant and wants to manipulate him against her precious brother one day. I shouldn't say that as an adjective, should I?
I mean, it's fine.
It's funny.
Anyway, so my anchor is Newman Graves. This is my older brother. I wrote a bio. He is not a good person. Neither of us are particularly good people. We have a really weird relationship. But he is like an evil corporate eugenicist, and he is like one of the big league sponsors. I don't know. I'm kind of leaving that really vague because I want everyone to be able to play with it, not just me. But yeah, that's what I got.
Nice. Well, I'll hop in here. My bond is Miki needs to realize this isn't a beauty pageant. This is serious, or else she's gonna get hurt. So Delta's projecting in a major way. I wrote down, my brother in future biomech Christ, you are wearing branded Western wear too. Like, he sees so much of what Miki is doing in terms of appearance and styling as fake, while he stands around, like, uncomfortably in very stiff, like, starched Western wear. He is also performing in a way that's fake, but I think he's projecting on Miki this feeling that he wishes someone would maybe step in for him. But Miki, I definitely think there's some toxic masculinity shit going on here. I definitely think Miki seems like an easier target for him to kind of project those feelings of, like, someone should stop you before you hurt yourself, kind of thing. Ugh. His anchor are the Duns, his involved family. For my touchstones for this were any rodeo family ever, beauty pageant moms, and specifically the movie Iron Claw, where they made what's his face from the bear get really huge.
Big hair.
Yeah, it's set in the 80s, but they made him get really huge because it's about a family wrestling, like, empire thing. But yeah, so he has, Delta has an extremely involved family. They're very proud. They can be comforting. They can also be very coercing. So I don't have any specifics here beyond the fact that I feel like him doing this is mostly because he has parents who are like, I love when you have hobbies, and then specifically funnel him into these hobbies that could get sponsorships or bring fame to the family. So yeah, Mac, what's going on with Fable?
Hold on. I can't talk and type at the same time.
Should we go? Yeah. Alice, are you ready to go while Mac's typing?
I am.
I'm done, but let's bop back to Alice.
Yeah.
So for my anchor, I wanted to do the franchise team.
Yes.
But in this case, it is the corporate-backed magical girls that Miki is a part of, which is Magical Pro Corps, which is named that because of the magical girl anime series Precure and the
I love that.
industrial construction app that I use in my work called Procore for drafting plans for architecture.
This is incredible.
So it's Magical Procore. So
immaculate.
Yeah,
this
well
is
done.
So
that's her.
Fucking funny.
Now I'm still working on the 4 of them because obviously there's the one who's also into Miki and is yearning for her, but Miki can't figure that out because she's outward yearning. You have to have the 2 established Yuri couple that are already there and they're like old hat, and then you have to have the asexual funny one. So any pitches for those?
My role
those are
in the podcast.
Those are the.
I was going to say the same thing. I will, yes, I'm now gonna be thinking about this fucking magical girl, wrestling stable.
Sorry, I just read your anchor.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, my bond is, Precious refuses to meet me halfway, Precious being my, twin brother, who, I went back and I listened to our Time the Drop game where we talked about it, and we are very much the antagonistic siblings who, deep down really care about each other. But it's like, you gotta go really deep for it. I have a sub note here, that says, baby girl, you don't meet him halfway either. What the fuck are you talking about? Fable, your brother cannot meet you halfway if you're unwilling to compromise. And then Fair Anchor, is a group that I am calling Machiavelli. Thank you, Donjon, for my life. This is a network of Red Hat hackers that I think that, Fable is, ostensibly, kind of a part of, kind of, not a part of, just, getting information from, but they are, also starting to get into some, seriously shady shit. And whether or not Fable is going to follow them down this path, I don't know yet. We'll find out, I guess. But I think that Fable has, like, an uncanny, like, knowledge for shit outside of the academy, and, like, 2/3 of it comes from Machiavelli.
All right.
Awesome. So Precious's bond is with Sunday. I want to show Sunday how to be a better person, aka, in all caps, I can fix her. Just, so
Honey.
Miki doesn't have the whole market cornered on toxic relationships. And my anchor I chose from the World Tendency, a retired ranger, and the words given with the retired ranger are nostalgic, injured, and encouraging. I'm imagining this is somebody who, Precious looks up to, who may be like a coach in the league, somebody who has worked with mechs but, for whatever reason can't really do it anymore, but still is involved in some capacity. And Brian was very kind to name him Pritchard for me. Because I was like, oops, I have to name him, and Brian was like, here you go, and I appreciate it deeply.
Here to serve, I guess.
It was a pretty good Pritch.
Oh.
Alright, recording canceled. Everybody go home. We haven't got to the fucking academy phase yet.
I can't believe we lost Spectres of Brocken.
Total party wipe.
Yeah, it's so sad.
All right, so now that we
Oh my god, look at her!
I know what I'm about.
Oh shit. Image time.
Holy shit!
Yes! So we've been playing with some pit crews.
Because we're in the wild future, I assume every time you look at her, there's just that sparkle filter effect you get in those collage machines in Japan.
Oh god, and every time it happens, Delta waves his hand like there's some kind of fog.
I am going to make a special little guys page on the new FTL website just so that I can display. No, I mean, I'm gonna rebuild the character gallery anyway, so probably.
Hell yeah.
We'll see. So place of honor. Or I'll just make a shrine on my personal Neocities.
Yes! My little Blorbos that I love.
I love her. Fable?
You know?
Fable? We'll see.
All right, so now that we've got our pilots in order, technically this is where we seed the word bank, but we've already done that. So
yes.
We're actually to the point where we're ready to set the first academy scene. The book here suggests taking a quick break. I don't know if anybody needs to do a quick bio or anything like that, or if we want to continue on.
I should probably get more water so that I can stay hydrated,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
I would
it's
not be
more water.
opposed to taking 5.
Some water.
Yeah, to be continued.